Okay. All right. Hello, everyone. My name is Chef Mike, and I will be talking about fruit ripeness today. So, last lesson we talked all about the different categories of fruit. Does anyone remember how many we had?
7?
No.
6?
No, but those are good guesses. And feel free, I just want to let you all know that feel free to make as many educated guesses as you can. This is a safe learning environment, and I want you guys to know that it's okay for you guys to make guesses or ask questions because I will not judge you, okay? Sure.
73?
No, but that's close. There's actually 8. And we're going to talk a little bit more in depth about those 8 categories today, okay? So our agenda today is first we're going to introduce the topic a little bit. I'll have a brief lecture, and then the majority of today's lesson is going to be all about your independent study. We'll talk about that in a little bit. We have an actual presentation that you guys are going to include in today's lesson, and then we're going to conclude just as a quick review. So, why have fruit? Does anyone know exactly why we have fruit, what the importance of fruit is? Why have it? Sure.
It's nutritious.
It's nutritious, that's a good one, yeah. Right? It's healthy. Okay, it's healthy. Amy?
They're delicious.
They're delicious. What about from a biological standpoint? Does anyone know exactly what fruit does?
Oh.
Like why have fruit? It kind of with the life cycle, if that's what you're trying to say.
Yeah.
The fruit actually holds the seeds. The point of the fruit is to make the seeds exciting and attractive to different animals. And I actually have a video to talk that explains that a little bit.
I love videos.
Blackberries and apples, fruits. Why? Anything that grows on a plant and has seeds inside it, it's a fruit. Why do fruits have seeds inside? From seeds, the soft root around the seed keeps it safe until it's ready to grow into a new plant. That's everything on trees. Fruits don't just grow on trees. Blueberries, gooseberries, strawberries,
And schnozberries.
grow on shrubs, like this blackberry bush.
No one?
The seeds from an apple? Yes. A new apple tree could grow from one of those pips. What would happen if I ate the pip? Even though you don't usually eat the pips from your apple, we often eat the seeds and fruits such as strawberries and kiwis and berries. How do you guys grow if we keep eating the seeds? Birds and other animals actually help to spread the seeds of plants by eating them. For example, after a bird has eaten some berries, it might then fly to another place and go to the toilet as soon as the birds droppings, and new fruit bushes could grow from these seeds in a new place. You keep planting one of these seeds. Let's plant them and see. Fruit is very good for you too, so you can eat lots of it and drink lots of it. How about some orange juice with our dinner? Oh, yes! Yes!
Okay. So then we're going to take another shot at why do we have fruit? So another shot at why have fruit? What's the big deal? Anyone want to take a shot? Maybe using some of the information you just went over the video, other than it's nutritious and it's good for us. Maybe a little bit something to do with the seeds that each fruit has?
To make more.
Yeah, exactly. A fruit is basically almost like the offspring of a plant. And so the idea of having a fruit is we can just have seeds, but by having a fruit, it actually makes that seed attractive so that hopefully other creatures will eat those seeds and spread them around. So now we're going to talk a little bit about why does fruit ripen, okay? So fruit ripens to make it more palatable. So typically when a fruit starts to develop, it's very starchy and it's very acidic. As the fruit starts to ripen and actually the seed becomes a better seed, a way of the plant saying that it's available, ready to go, is it sweetens, it brightens, and it becomes softer. So if you have a young fruit that's starchy, acidic, and hard, is the animal going to want to eat it? No. So that fruit probably is not ready to go. Once it's ripe, you're going to have very sweet, bright, and soft. And so if it's ripe, then the seed's ready to go, and it's most likely going to be eaten by another animal, and it's going to be spread. The bottom line is we want to attract animals. So fruit ripens as a way of attracting animals. Okay, so kind of think of the three bears. Okay, we don't want a fruit that's too hard. Okay, because you're not going to want to eat it. It's not going to have the right flavors. It's not going to have the right textures. It's just not going to be a good fruit. And you don't want a fruit that's too soft, so something that's maybe overripe, which it might even start to ferment, which is something we'll talk about later, which is when those sugars overdevelop and they actually kind of turn into alcohol, form of alcohol. And although that's preferred in some cases, in this unit, it's not. So we kind of want something that's right in the middle. And we'll talk about exactly which fruits to look at in specific categories. Okay? So really a key term for this this unit, something that you all will learn about, is this word here. Has anyone heard of climacteric? Anyone heard of climacteric? Okay, so a fruit that is climacteric means that it ripens when it's on the tree. Okay? So if a fruit is climacteric, that means it only ripens when it's on a bush or on a tree, whatever its host plant is. So something like citrus, once it's taken off of the tree, it will no longer ripen. Okay? So that means it is climacteric because it fully develops on the tree. If something is non-climacteric, that means that to ripen it actually has to fall off. So does anyone know of any fruits maybe that they've seen that further develop, they further sweeten, or they grow softer, or they get more flavorful off of the plant? Mark? Bananas. Perfect example. You can easily ripen a banana in a multitude of ways. You can actually stop that process too by freezing. And fruits ripen, the actual compounds will continue to develop while they're still attached. So when something's ripening, the aromas are starting to develop. So if it's climacteric, when will these aromas fully develop? If something is climacteric. If, let's say we have a fruit X, and it's a climacteric fruit, when will these aroma compounds develop? On the tree. Perfect. And then if I have fruit Z, and it's non-climacteric, when will they develop best? On the ground, off the tree, once you plucked it. Perfect. You guys got it. Okay, so now we're going to do a little bit more research. But I thought it might be best for you all to conduct your own research, so you maybe develop some research skills, and you're also going to develop some presentation skills. So what I need is for everyone to form a line and come up here and pick out of this basket. So I have our magical fruit basket. Okay? And so you can't look, and this is going to determine, can I have everyone's attention please? Whatever fruit you pick is going to determine what category you're going to research. And what you're going to do while I have everyone's attention is you're going to have to create a 60, can I have your attention please? You're going to have to create a 60-second infomercial that's going to discuss how you can tell if that category is ripe, not ripe enough, or overripe, okay? And we'll discuss that a little bit once you have selected everything. So go ahead and reach in, and no looking, this is a secret. This is our magical fruit basket. So what did you get? Magical. You got a cantaloupe. So what? Do you remember what fruit category that goes with? Would someone like to help them out? Melons, perfect. So you have the melon category. So you're going to be researching how to tell if a melon is underripe, ripe, or overripe. Okay? Marissa, since you got that correct, you need to pick the next one.
I got a pineapple.
You have a pineapple, and do you remember which category pineapples are with?
Exotic.
Well, pineapples actually have a frost tolerance. Do you remember which group cannot survive in frost?
Tropical.
Tropical, perfect, you got it. Alright, so you're going to be researching tropical fruit.
Okay.
Specifically the pineapple. Whatever fruit you get, that's going to be the one you're going to be focusing on, okay?